Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Bo Bowman and this is Know Your Candidate. Tonight our coverage continues with Democratic gubernatorial candidate and current state senator Nate Boulton. Boulton is a graduate from Simpson College in Indianola, Iowa and Drake University Law School in Des Moines. Over the past 7 years, Boulton has run nearly 40 marathons while representing his district of Eastern Des Moines. Earlier this month, Boulton visited Iowa City, where I had the chance to literally run with Nate and learn more about his gubernatorial race as well as his next foot race. Why did you decide to run for governor?
Well, after last year's legislative session, it was pretty clear to me that we needed a positive vision forward in our state. And one of the things that I saw quite a bit was a different Senate colleague in my clerk's chair to greet me in the morning to talk to me about pursuing this as an opportunity to start doing some positive things for our state.
Okay. And now, I know you're a big marathon runner. Have you drawn any parallels from your race already as a candidate to running a marathon?
Yeah, every day it's a reminder that this is definitely not a sprint, that this is an endurance challenge, and getting around the state, visiting 99 counties and being on the campaign trail for several months now, doing everything we can to be there and engage voters every step of the way and find the energy to do it every day.
All right, well, let's go for a run then.
Yeah.
All right. Minimum wage, obviously a big issue for college students. What's your plan to get the state standard raised?
Well, it's completely unforgivable that our minimum wage in Iowa is below 5 of our 6 neighboring states. We shouldn't be a low wage state. That shouldn't be how we promote economic development in Iowa. We should be a state where we promote a good quality of life. And that's why I pitched raising the minimum wage last year in the Iowa Senate. And I proposed a minimum wage plan that would get us up to $15 by 2024.
Collective bargaining, obviously huge last year with
Right.
the massive cuts to it. What needs to be done to get workers' rights back on track?
All right, yeah, well, one of the things that I've done is I've introduced legislation that would actually not only restore the rights that were lost for those answering the sacred call of public service, but actually start getting us back to expanding the scope of those bargaining rights. So firefighters can talk about protective equipment, so we can have teachers talk about class sizes, corrections officers talking about inmate ratios. Those types of things are critical to how those jobs are done and oftentimes maintaining safety in how those jobs are done.
Okay. So with the water quality bill passed, $112 million, I believe, going towards initiatives in the future, what kind of initiatives do you think we need in the state of Iowa to kind of build back that water quality?
Well, I actually introduced legislation last year that would have done what Iowans have asked us to do, which is to fund the Iowa Water Land Legacy Trust Fund. We had 60% of Iowans show up at the polls, support a dedicated revenue stream that actually puts a watershed approach, as soil and water management at the same time. I think Iowans were looking for something like that rather than a short-term fix.
And for your next marathon, or are you kind of?
So I am flirting with the Crandic here, the Cedar Rapids to Iowa City. It's the first time they'll do it, but we'll see. I got to keep kind of finding time to creep those miles up.
Yeah.
Right now I'm averaging about 20 a week. This week I'm at 25 plus, 0.2 here.
Right.
But yeah, if I can get a few long runs in, would love to do that run. It'd be my 40th marathon.
Wow. Since 2011, right?
Right.
That's a lot.
October 2011, I did the Des Moines Marathon and decided I wanted to try and keep in shape as long as I could. So I kept signing up for them.
Do you get a lot of requests like these? Or?
I've done one other running interview like this, but yeah, I think people, because of the kind of theme that we've set up, will want to do it more and more. We wanted to hit that, catch, unique with energy, but not be cheesy or corny, and I think it did kind of push that line.
I'm a runner. I've finished dozens of marathons.
Is there events planned for the Iowa City area?
Probably. I kind of wake up in the morning and see what's going on today at this point in the calendar. With session going on, trying to balance that, of course, still having the day job as an attorney to check in on as often as possible, and then get around the state. It's kind of funny. People will say, "I'm looking forward to seeing you whatever night and whatever place," and I'm, it's like, sure, sounds like I'm going to be there.
Okay, and then one last question.
Yeah.
Why should the Iowa City area vote for Nate Boulton?
Well, you know what? We got to start talking about the long-term future of our state. And as we look at that, we see right now planning for the next 20 months, not the next 20 years. We want to have the skilled workforce for tomorrow. We want to have sustainable economic development that's focused on our communities. We want to have quality schools, be a leader in education again. We got to start acting that way. So that's why I'm in the race, and that's why I'd love to have support from people here in my hometown area, Eastern Iowa.
The primaries for the governor election will be held on June 5th. On the Republican side, Governor Kim Reynolds currently stands unopposed after former Cedar Rapids Mayor Ron Corbett was kicked off the Republican ticket. However, Democrat Nate Boulton is up against two other serious opponents: Fred Hubble, a business owner from the Quad City area, and former chairwoman of the Democratic Party, Andy McGuire. That's all I have for you in this edition of Know Your Candidate. From Iowa City, this has been Bo Bowman.